Welcome, everyone. Okay, so you all know that we have Katie to thank or blame for the games. Tonight's game is called Thrown Up. Okay, so here's how it works. You have to first put on your thinking crowns, and then you're going to regurgitate these royal names from pop culture. The first to shout out the correct answer wins. I think that is how we should play. Just take yourself off mute and shout it out when you know the answer, because I can't see any of you now because I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Sample. We are the champions. Our flamboyant glam rock has sold over. See, just like that. Okay, we're ready to go.
What was the answer?
Queen.
Oh, Queen. Queen. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
I'm a gay kid. How did you not get that one?
I'll have a waffle fries and a chocolate shake, Your Majesty.
King.
And Burger King.
Burger King. Okay, great. The artist formerly known as
Prince.
Right on. That was an easy. That's like the hometown hero answer. We should all get that one. Okay, 3. This royal is known as much for his electric hairdo as for his boxing promotion prowess.
King.
Say that again.
Don King.
Don King. Right on. That one might have hard. Okay, it's Scrumptious. This soft ice cream had its coronation in Illinois in 1938.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. 5. Don't step on his blue suede shoes. If he wasn't the biggest entertainer of all time, this wouldn't be his nickname.
Elvis.
The King.
The King. Okay. 6. Vacation aboard ship with either of these Regal cruise lines.
Princess.
Princess and Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean seems like not quite. That doesn't really work. Okay. 7. This thriller crowned himself after musical success of mythic proportion, and he does that cool walking backward thing.
Michael Jackson.
Right? The King of Pop. 8. Third place in the Cola Wars is still worthy of a bow.
RC Cola.
RC.
Yeah. I don't think I even knew that RC stands for Royal Crown. Okay. Now I know. 9. The first lady of rap was born Dana Owens in New Jersey in 1970. She's also holding court in the movie industry.
Queen Latifah.
Right on. And 10. Is this the last one, Katie? I don't remember. 10. This 20-something leading man is best known for his roles in Down to You, She's All That, and Scooby-Doo.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Right. I love it.
Oh, I can't see my own screen, so.
We're doing a tiebreaker because we just are.
What do I do if I want to see myself?
What's that? Okay, tiebreaker. Uncle Jesse, Daisy, Bo, and Luke.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard. Oh my gosh, that's maybe one that's also a little bit before many of your time. Okay. That was Thrown Up. Thank you very much, Katie, for the game. Okay, we're gonna switch to announcements now. Here we go.
Really quick, you have this in your announcements. If everyone could change your name to who you really are, not your parent, if there's any way possible, because I'm trying to put groups together and I'm a little confused with your grade and your pronouns, if you could.
Right. So yes, names name, pronouns, and your grade or adult. And other announcements. So loaves and fishes. I don't know how many of you this might be possible for, but loaves and fishes is a thing that we do on the even numbered months. So October is month number 10, so it's our month. And we always do the fourth Wednesday of the month. We serve a meal at the Dorothy Day Center in downtown St. Paul for homeless folks. And there are sort of 3 different shifts. There's a cooking shift, there's a kind of a salad prep and bread buttering shift, and then there is a serving shift. And those shifts go, let me see if I can remember, I think 1:45 to 3, 3 to 4:30, and roughly 4:15 to 6. So if you want to help, I think the age limit is, I believe, for the, I think for the serving shift, you have to be 16, but I think for the others, you can be as young as 14. If you're interested, send me a chat message, or no, you can't do that. If you're interested, talk to me after class. Okay. And I guess that was the only announcement. So take just a moment to close your eyes and just breathe for a little bit. Most of you have been on Zoom a lot already today, or on screens already a lot. So just take a moment to relax for a bit. Okay, welcome back. So I want to teach you all a word that maybe you know, maybe you don't know. Actually, you probably all know this word, vocation. So what does vocation mean? Anyone?
Like your calling?
Like your calling. What does that mean? What's a calling?
Like what you're meant to do, kind of.
What you're meant to do. I love it. That's like the way more sophisticated answer that I was hoping we would get to. I remember growing up and learning that vocation was your job, which was not to be confused with vacation, which is a different sort of thing. But vocation was a job, and an avocation was maybe something that you did for fun. That was what I was taught. But in church, when we talk about the word vocation, we mean, I don't know who it was that said that, but we mean something more like your calling, what you're meant to do in the world. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Here's a definition I really like. This is Frederick Buechner, who's a Christian writer and thinker. He says, vocation is where your heart's deep gladness meets the world's deep need. So in other words, where something that you really love to do and things that bring you really like great joy, where doing those things can help the world somehow. And it's like the intersection of those two things, which I think is like a really beautiful idea, that we can do the things that we love in such a way that they serve others and help others. I have a graphic depiction for you. Vocation. That took an enormous amount of PowerPoint energy to make, but I was really proud of it. Okay, so we believe that God makes us to make a difference in the world, that God's intention for us is not just to be like bumps on a log, but that God wants us to be people who are in the world, serving one another, serving the earth, healing the world. And that's what vocation is about, is it's about how can you take your skills, your gifts, your talents, your interests, the things that you love, and make a difference in the world. So I want to show you a video. This was actually from a few years ago, back when like people could still be together in person. Like, do you remember that? That was a thing we used to do. And our denomination, the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, encourages churches around the country to do something called God's Work, Our Hands Sunday, like a day of service. And our presiding bishop made this, so she's like the president of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. She made this great video kind of compiling different service projects that people did a few years ago on God's Work, Our Hands Sunday. And I wanted to show that to you. I hope this is going to work. No, it's not right. Let's try that again. Here we go. We do this, share.
Hello, church. I'm Elizabeth Eaton, and I'm the presiding bishop of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. As I travel across the country visiting with ELCA congregations, our members tell me so many wonderful stories about serving our neighbors on God's Work, Our Hands Sunday. These stories about our dedicated day of service are testimonials to the creative ways we demonstrate and share with the world how we are church together. Here's what some of you have sent.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Zion Lutheran Church in Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Irvin St. Germain, First Evangelical Lutheran Church in Mount Vernon, Washington.
I'm Joyce Osborne.
I'm a member of Crosswoods Lutheran Parish up in north central Iowa.
God's Work, Our Hands Sunday for me was a wonderful opportunity to bring our family together.
Spending their Sunday doing laundry,
working and eating and preparing food.
We had something for everybody.
Me and my dad, we got to hold these big red banners that would kind of fly in the wind, and that would signal people from the church to come over here.
We had quilting for Lutheran World Relief.
And we packaged over 26,000 meals.
And then there was a blood mobile where you could donate blood.
It was really awesome to see the congregation outside of the building.
I took part in the exterior painting of one of their buildings.
And then there was a table with pretty little pieces of material that you could write a thank you to the service people.
We pick weeds,
cleaning up trash in the park,
help set up and take down the festival.
Then my grandson discovered the pierogi table.
Yeah, and to see the kids that were involved in volunteering was exciting because they got to do that too.
Helping clean up the park to make it look nicer and better so there's no trash around.
And it was just great to see everybody have a really good time.
It was really fun working with all the old people.
And then there was the young people. They were doing the weeding and I was going to help them out, but I thought, they're doing such a good job, why interfere?
We had a lot of music, dancing, and even poetry.
But we then carried it on by picking 3 or 4 other Sundays throughout the year.
It was a tremendous opportunity to fellowship.
There is no shortage of need in this community.
God went with us, and I think he really enjoyed what he saw.
It was an amazing day for Zion Church. It was a coming together of sorts.
And people sitting in their yellow shirts, it just made a joyous, joyous morning.
Like the smile was just priceless. I loved seeing that.
This is just a small sample of the work you do every day, helping to make the world a better place. But on God's Work, Our Hands Sunday, we have the opportunity to do this work together. So join us on September 13th as we roll up our sleeves and put our faith in action, sharing the love of God with all people.
God's Work, Our Hands.
God's Work. work our hands.
God's work our hands.
God's work our hands. Woo!
Okay, so where did you see people putting their interests, their gifts, their talents to use for the sake of the world in that video? Just a couple of examples. Anyone?
They would use their hobbies of being outside and like to be in the nature to help clean up garbage.
Right. Yeah, so people that love being outdoors got to take some time to clean up, and that made the whole neighborhood feel better about their parks and their neighborhoods, right? One more. What else did you see? Where else did you see someone using their gifts to serve the world? I have a different question. This is an easy one. Was there anyone in the video that you saw that said, well, I really wanted to serve the world, but I didn't have anything to offer, so I couldn't do anything? I don't think so, right? There were little kids that did things. There were much older people who did things. Everyone. So the point is, all of us have some kind of gifts to bring to the world, to serve the world. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is just thinking about how is God working in you and using you to help heal the world. And I think you'll agree with me that the world could use some healing. So maybe this is a great time for us to think together about how we want to be a part of that and how God might be working with us. Katie, are you ready to send us into groups?
I think so. If you're a 10th grader, I should mention that we still don't quite have your Credo retreat take-home deal all ready to go. But this lesson tonight, this topic is going to play big in your Credo project, because we do the promises of baptism, where you say, I do and I ask God to help and guide me. Keep these promises, like working for justice and peace in the world and those kind of things. And you're finding your own voice with that's really going to help you complete that assignment when you get that project. So pay attention to this one. The other thing is we have 5 groups. You have about 6 or 7 people in your group. Pastor Javen, I'm putting you in a group as a leader. And I forgot to put share your highs and lows, in the thing. So everybody, if you're a group leader, make sure you take some time to say who you are. An icebreaker question, like, let's see, I'll come up with one. Your favorite Halloween memory of your whole life, or anything else you'd like to share. If you need an icebreaker question, and then, yeah, you can do that. If any students brought their study guides, the leader could have them ask the questions too. So we're not coming back here when you're done, so you can dismiss from there. Thank you. I love you. I love you.